What to expect tonight, so let's bring in ABC News political director Rick Klein with Rick's picks. All right, Rick, let's start with the state of Georgia, of course. A lot of big races. What are you watching?
Yeah, Kira, Georgia is the main event tonight, and this is the map of how Senator Warnock won his election as a senator last January of 2021. And it gives you a sense of how divided Georgia is and what the stakes are for the Senate race as well as the governor's race. Here in the Atlanta suburbs, where we saw Democratic turnout way up back in early 2021 in the wake of Donald Trump's loss, and through the central part of the state where you saw Republican turnout way down. Now, Republicans, their challenge is to get energized all over again, given the civil war that is taking place inside their party. Former President Trump has a pick. He has made it his mission to try to defeat the Republican governor and the Republican Secretary of State. It's possible that we have a split decision. It's possible that it goes to runoffs. But Democrats know they've got waiting on the other side Stacey Abrams running for governor again and Senator Warnock. That is basically a Democratic dream team. They'd love to recreate this map, although they know how difficult this political environment is.
So what about the former president? Another round of big endorsements, but also potentially facing some pretty big losses.
Kira, take a look at the 4 states that are voting in statewide primaries or runoffs today. In each of these states, you have at least one, in some cases several candidates that have been endorsed by former President Trump, who also endorsed the idea that the last election was not legitimately decided, the so-called big lie. And that becomes a very high-profile and high-stakes fight. We talk about it there in Georgia. Even in Alabama, things got really, really fascinating there when Mo Brooks got unendorsed by former President Trump. He, though, has not distanced himself from Trump at all. He has doubled down on his association with Trump, even putting Trump's name and that endorsement in mailers. And something odd has happened where Brooks is back in the conversation. He could squeak through, maybe advance into a runoff, which puts Trump in a weird spot. Although all of these candidates, we should note, are pretty strong in saying falsely that the last election was stolen.
It's kind of funny, unendorsed and still putting support in the ads. It sounds like something that that Trump would actually do. Finally, some familiar names are on the ballot in Texas and Arkansas. Some folks we know pretty well. What's going on there?
Nothing new about political dynasties, but some interesting potential fates for those bold-faced names today. In Arkansas, the leading candidate for governor on the Republican side, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She, of course, is the daughter of former governor Mike Huckabee, who served about a decade as the governor in the state of Arkansas. She was also Donald Trump's press secretary. She's got the Trump endorsement. A bit of a different story in Texas. George P. Bush, we've talked about him, Kira, for 2 decades now as a rising star in the Republican Party. Jeb Bush's son, George W. Bush's nephew. He has become the only member of the Bush family to embrace Trumpism fully. He's running for Attorney General, currently the Texas Land Commissioner. Polls suggest he's got his work cut out for him against the incumbent there, Ken Paxton, who, despite a whole raft of scandals and legal challenges, appears to be the leading candidate to emerge out of the runoff. And he's the guy that's got Trump's endorsement as well. Both of those candidates have tried to play up their connections to Trump, but a Bush losing in Texas would be a very big deal, Kira.
Yeah, well, those are going to be fun races to watch for sure. Rick Klein, thank you so much. And continuing coverage of the primary elections continues tonight on Prime. Our Terry Moran will be speaking with lawmakers and bringing you the results live starting at 7 p.m. tonight.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.